ever wonder what to do with your leftover veggies? Like, we've got sambar cucumber and some leftover pumpkin from our dishes a couple days ago. So these chopped veggies will keep for 3 to 4 days in your refrigerator. But sometimes we have a hard time trying to figure out what to do with this mix of vegetables. Today we're going to make a comforting stew that's light on the masala and really easy to make at home. This stew is somewhere between a Konkan Valval and an Udupi Koddel. I'm going to be making a gravy base of coconut, couscous, and cashews. Now, if you're wondering what is couscous, it is white poppy seeds. In the US, we use black poppy seeds for sweet dishes. In India, we use white poppy seeds as a thickener. I have 3 tablespoons of white poppy seed or couscous. I have 5 to 8 cashews is what you'll need for this, depending on their size. And then I've also taken 2 inches of imli. I need to add boiling hot water to all of these to soak. I'm going to let all of them sit for about 20 minutes. Now, I hate dealing with tamarind or imli pulp just as much as the next person. So what I do is, while the water is hot, I stick my wire whisk in here and mash it around so that it breaks up those big clumps. It breaks all of the pod pieces free, makes it a lot easier to deal with. You can see there's not much pulp left on this, just the casing pieces. When we strain it, it'll be a lot easier to deal with. To strain this, I just put the paste in my tea strainer over a mug, and then I twirl this around with my wire whisk. And then when most of the liquid is drained through, we just add more water on top of the pulp. And repeat until all of the pulp is mashed through. And in the end, this is what we're left with. A very thin tamarind water. In a kadai with a tight fitting lid, I have heated oil, and I'm going to add a half of a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a half of a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Let this bloom for 30 seconds. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Now goes our pumpkin and our sambar cucumber. Stir to coat with oil. We've got a half of a teaspoon of salt. And a half of a cup of our tamarind water. Put the lid on and let this steam for about 7 minutes. Our gravy base ingredients have soaked, so here are our cashews. I've drained the water off of the poppy seeds, so we're just going to add this to the blender jar. I have a half of a cup of freshly grated coconut. 3 green chilies, and 1 inch of ginger that I've sliced. Put the lid on this and grind. Our veggies are nice and tender, so it's time to add our paste. Give it a stir. I've added a half of a cup of water to our blender jar to make sure we get all of the gravy out of there. Mix this. Add some salt to taste. You can add jaggery at this point if you want this to be on the sweet side. Put the lid on and let it simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. Serve this over rice or with rice bhakri or even dosa for that matter. You could pair it with your favorite dal if you want to. Steaming hot. This looks so good. Let's go to this. Let's have a taste. Oh yeah. I could totally see this with dosa instead of making sambar and coconut chutney. This definitely would bridge the gap that way. Let's try it with the rice. It's really good. If you're not a fan of chili peppers, you could probably reduce it to 1 or skip it completely. It's really good.